It's learning time. It's learning time. It's learning time with Auntie Ingrid. We learn to do our maths, our reading and language too. Get your books and your pencil. It's learning time. Yeah!
Hello, my brilliant boys and girls. Welcome to class with Aunt Ingrid. Now, today we are going to be looking at the topic rounding off to the nearest hundred and thousand. However, before we begin, I want to highlight Danelia James. Now, Danelia was the only student who typed her answer in the comment section for the activity that was given on rounding off to the nearest 10. Congratulations, Danelia. You have done an exceptional job. Keep it up and you will be awarded shortly, all right? So now let's get into our lesson. Now, at the end of the lesson, you will be able to apply the correct rule to round off numbers to the nearest hundred and thousand. Now we are going to do our rounding off dub poem. Are you ready? Because I know you must know it by this. Alright, so let's go. We will round you, round you. We will round you, round you. Look for the place to the right next door. 5 or more, you raise the score. 4 or less, let it rest. Look to the right and add 0 inside. We will round you, round you. We will round you, round you. All right, I enjoyed that one. All right, so guess what we are going to do now? We are going to recap what we did in our last class to see what you remember. All right, so here we go. So let us recap. The first question is, when you are rounding off a number, what is the first thing you should do? When you are rounding off a number, what is the first thing you should do? And I see Danelia would like to respond. Let's hear what she has to say. So Danelia is saying the first thing we should do is identify the place. For example, if we are rounding off to the nearest 10, we are going to find the digit in the tens place. Do you agree with Danelia? Excellent job, Danelia. Excellent job. That's the first thing you must do. Always identify the place. Now, question number 2. After we have identified the place, what should we do next? And Sarah would like to give a response. Let's hear what she has to say. So Sarah is saying after we have identified the place, we should look to the number on the right to see if it is 4 or less or 5 or more to decide whether we should round up or round down. Wow, wonderful, awesome, excellent. You are doing an awesome job, my students. I am a proud teacher. All right? So Sarah is indeed correct. So let's go to question number 3. Now, if the number to the right is 4 or less, what should we do? And Esther Marie would like to answer. So Esther Marie is saying we should round down. Do you agree with Esther Marie? Excellent job. Indeed, she is correct. Put your hands together for yourselves. You are doing an awesome job so far. Let's continue. Question number 4. How do we round down? And I see Maricia would like to answer this question. So Maricia is saying, when we round down, the number in the tens place remains the same, and we change the number in the ones place to 0. Oh my goodness, my students are just so brilliant. Excellent job, Maricia. And if you have said the same thing, clap yourselves. You are indeed correct. Excellent job. Question number 5. If the number to the right is 5 or more, what should we do? And my only Prince Shamal would like to give an answer. All right, so let's hear what Shamal has to say. So Shamal is saying we should round up. Did you say that? If you did, you are indeed correct. Clap yourselves. Woo! Excellent job. I am feeling excited. All right, so let's go to question number 6. Question number 6 says, how do we round up? That means, what should we do when we are rounding up? And I see Sarah would like to answer again. So let's hear what Sarah has to say. And remember, we are looking at rounding off to the nearest 10. That's the lesson that we did already. So we are recapping, okay? So let's hear what Sarah has to say. So Sarah is saying, when we round up, we add 1 to the number in the tens place, and we change the number in the ones place to 0. Excellent job. Excellent job. You are doing an awesome job, my boys and my girls. Teacher is happy. We are now going to look at the rules to round off to the nearest 100 and 1,000. Now, who would like to tell me what we should do first? Go ahead, Danelia. So Danelia is saying the first step is to identify the place. So in this case, we are looking at our hundreds place and our thousand place. So we are going to find the digit in our hundreds place. So if I'm rounding off to the nearest 100, I am going to find the digit in my hundreds place. So we have ones, tens, hundreds. So this is my hundreds place. So I am going to find my digit. And if I am rounding off to my nearest 1,000, I am going to find the digit in my thousand place. So here we go, ones, tens, hundred, thousand. So this would be the digit I am working with. All right. Excellent job, Danelia. So that's the first thing we would do. Now, what should we do after we have identified the place? Let's hear what Shamal has to say. So Shamal is saying after we have identified the place, we should look to the right to see if the number is 4 or less, or 5 and more, to decide if we should round up or round down. So in this case, we are going to be looking at rounding off to the nearest 100 first. All right. So we have found the digit in our hundreds place, and we should look to the right to see if the number is 4 or less, or 5 or more. Now Maricia would like to make a point. So Maricia is saying, Miss, there are 2 numbers to the right. Which one should I use? Very good point, Maricia. Very good observation. We have 2 numbers to the right, but we are going to use the one that is exactly beside the number in the hundreds place. So we are going to look at the number in the tens place. All right. So we look at the number in the tens place, and we realize that it is a 1. So now we can decide whether we are going to round up or round down. All right. Now we are going to look at rounding to the nearest 100. So if the number in the tens place is 4 or less, we round down. And this is what we do when we are rounding down. We keep the number in the hundreds place. So we're going to keep our 4. And we add 0 in the tens and ones place. So we keep the 4 and these two numbers become 0. So the 1 would change to 0 and the 6 would also be changed to 0. So the answer would be 7,400. All right? So remember now, when you're rounding off to your nearest 100 and you're rounding down, you keep the number in the hundreds place, but the number in the tens and ones place are changed to 0. Okay. So we are still rounding off to the nearest 100, so we are going to find our place. So let's find our place. Ones, tens, 100. So we have found our place. So if the number to the right, because we are going to look to our right after we have found our place. If the number to the right is 5 or more, we round up. And this is how we round up. We round up by adding 1 to the number in the hundreds place and add 0 in the tens and ones place. And remember, even though there are 2 digits after the hundreds place, we are only going to use the one that is exactly beside the number in the hundreds place to decide whether we are going to round up or round down. In this case, we are seeing a 9. So we know that we are going to round up. All right. Now, can you type your answer in the comment section for this problem? Who can tell me what the answer will be before I show my answer? Any bright boy or girl? All right, so let's show my answer and you can see if you were correct. So the answer would be 7,800. Did you type 7,800 in the chat? If you did, you are indeed correct. All right. So now we are going to look at rounding to the nearest 1,000. And the rules remain the same. It's just the place that is changing. So the first thing we are going to do, we are going to look for that place. So we are going to identify our thousands place. So let's identify our thousands place. And we see the digit 7. Now, after we have identified our place, we are going to look to the right. But look at all these numbers to the right. We are seeing 3, but remember, you are using the number that is exactly beside the place that you are rounding off to. So when you're rounding off to your nearest 1,000, you are going to look at the hundreds place. You look at the digit in the hundreds place right beside the thousands place. Okay? So now we are looking and we are seeing that the digit is 3. So if the number in the hundreds place is 4 or less, we round down and we keep the number in the thousands place. And what do you think we are going to do to the numbers in the hundreds, tens, and ones place? What are we going to do with them? Excellent job. We are going to change them to zeros. All right? Because we are rounding off to our nearest thousands and there are 3 zeros. When you're writing 1,000, you have 3 zeros. So we're going to change these numbers to zeros. So we keep the 7 and we change these 3 numbers to 0. So the answer is, type it in the comment section. Excellent job. The number would be 7,000. All right? You're doing an awesome job so far. Let's continue. We are still rounding off to the nearest 1,000. But this time, we are going to look if the number is 5 or more. All right, so we are finding our place. So this is the thousands place. We look to the right, the number that is exactly beside the thousands place, which is your hundreds place, and we realize that it's a 9. So we know that it is 5 or more. So this time we are going to round up. And when we round up, what do we do again? Excellent job. When we round up, we add 1 to the number in the thousands place in this case, and we add 0 in the hundreds, tens, and ones place. So which bright boy or girl can tell me the answer for this problem? 4,973 rounded off to the nearest 1,000. Who wants to share the answer? All right. So the answer is 5,000. Did you type 5,000 in the comment section? Awesome job. Teacher is so proud of you. Now we are going to solve some together. All right. Are you ready? I know you are going to master this problem. All right. So we are rounding off this number 7,326 to the nearest 100. And just follow the steps. First thing you're going to do is to find your place. And in this case, we are rounding off to the nearest 100. So find the hundreds place. Let's find our hundreds place. And after we have found our hundreds place, we are going to look to the right, the number that is exactly beside the hundreds place, which is your tens place. All right, so we look to the right, and what do we see? What digit do we see? We are seeing the digit 2. So that means we are going to do what? Are we going to round up or round down? Excellent job. We are going to round down because the digit is 4 or less. All right. And how do we round down again? Awesome job. We are going to keep the number that is in the hundreds place, and we are going to change these two numbers to 0. So we change this 2 to 0, and we change the 6 to 0. Now, can you tell me the answer for that problem? And I see Sarah, Maricia, and Esther Marie would like to share their answers. So let's hear from them. So Sarah is saying the answer would be 7,300. Maricia is saying the same. And Esther Marie is saying the same. Now I will share my answer, and if you type 7,300 in the chat, you would be correct. So clap yourselves. You are doing an awesome job. Now we are going to look at another problem. Well done, my boys and girls. Now, problem number 2, we are rounding off this number to the nearest 100 as well. 7,362. What's the first thing we are supposed to do? Identify the place. So we're identifying our hundreds place. Then we are going to look to the right. And what do we see over there? We are seeing the digit 6. Is this digit 4 or less, or is it 5 or more? All right, so you are saying it is 5 or more. So because it is 5 or more, we are going to round up. Awesome job. We are going to round up. And how do we round up again? Excellent job. We are going to add 1 to the digit in the hundreds place, and we are going to change the digit in the tens place and the ones place to 0. Wow, my brilliant mathematicians. Excellent job. Now I want you to type your answer in the comment section, all right? And I am going to take answers from Danelia and Shamal. So let's hear what they have to say. So Shamal is saying the answer would be 7,400. Danelia is saying the answer is 7,400. What do you say? Are you saying 7,400? Let's see what teacher has for her answer. Indeed, it is 7,400. Clap yourselves. Woo! Excellent job. I am feeling elated. Wow, awesome. You're doing an awesome job. Well done, my brilliant mathematicians. Now we are going to look at 2 more problems and we'll be rounding them off to the nearest 1,000. Are you ready? All right, I know you are ready. Okay, let's go. So now we are going to round off the number below to the nearest 1,000. All right. So what's the first thing we should do? Now the first thing we're going to do is we are going to find our place. We are going to identify the place. So in this case, we are going to find our thousands place. And we have found our thousands place. Then after we have found our thousands place, we are going to look to the right. And remember, we are looking at the digit that is exactly beside our thousands place. So we are looking at the digit that is in our hundreds place. And we have identified that digit. Now we are seeing a 1. What are we going to do? Are we going to round up or are we going to round down? Awesome job. We are going to round down because the digit in the hundreds place is 4 or less. But how do we round down again? Excellent job. When we round down, we are going to keep the number that is in the thousands place and we are going to change the number in the hundreds place, the tens place, and the ones place to 0. All right? So based on what we have just said, who can share their answer with me? Type your answer in the comment section, and I am going to be taking answers from Sarah and Danelia. So Danelia is saying the answer would be 7,000. And oh, it was Sarah. Sarah is saying the answer is 7,000. And Danelia is also saying the answer is 7,000. All right. Did you type 7,000 in the comment section? Or did you write it in your book? If you did, you are indeed correct because that's the same answer teacher has. Okay? Clap yourselves. You are doing an awesome job. Well done, my brilliant boys and girls. So we are rounding this number to the nearest 1,000. 7,862. Remember step 1? Find that place. So because we are rounding off to the nearest 1,000, we are going to find the digit in our thousands place. Step 2, we are going to look to the right. The number that is exactly beside the thousands place. In this case, we are seeing an 8. Are we going to round up or are we going to round down? Very good. You are going to round up. Why are you going to round up, by the way? Excellent job. You're going to round up because the number is 5 or more. But I need to ask another question. How do we round up? Awesome job. We round up by adding 1 to the thousands digit, and we are going to change all these digits to 0. All right? So I know you can share your answers with me right now because you're great mathematicians. Let's hear what Shamal, Maricia, and Esther Marie have to say. And you can type your answer in the comment section, okay? So Shamal is saying the answer is 8,000. Maricia is saying 8,000. And Esther Marie is also saying 8,000. Did you get 8,000 for your answer? Let's see what teacher has. The answer is indeed 8,000. Clap yourselves. Woo! Wonderful job. I am feeling so happy today. Well done, my bright mathematicians. Awesome job. Awesome. Very good. Very good. You are now going to try these on your own. You're going to solve them and you're going to write your answer in the comment section. And remember, the first 5 persons to type in the correct answer will be highlighted in our next mathematics class. All right? I really enjoyed having you in class today. All the best, and remember to type your answers in the comment section. All right? See you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you like this video, please thumbs up on the channel and subscribe on the channel. Bye!